Hello from Myrtle Beach. We are here at Broadway at the beach. Today we're going to take you on a tour and show you everything that's new 2023, as well as some new things that popped up in 2022, just in case you missed them. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We're so glad to have you. So here we are. It is a beautiful day. It's funny, we are into January, but you are going to see some Christmas. They're literally in the middle of taking their Christmas decorations down right now. So this show right here in this large theater, this is the Broadway Theater, they are in the process of changing that out. And so we have not heard yet what the new show is going to be, but the Christmas show has ended. It ended in December. And so we will definitely keep you posted as soon as we know what's new. We will let you know on our channel. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to do so you don't miss any of the updates that we have for you. So this area right here, this is a little bit new. They had this blocked off like they were going to build something or do something here. You can actually still see the construction walls over there, but all they did was landscape, and now it's just a vacant lot. This is where the Dragon's Lair Golf used to be back in the day, and you can actually see a remnant of it over there. The boat is still there. Up here, this isn't new, recent new, but it's fairly new because again, this is where Dragon's Lair used to be, so it depends on how recent you've been to Myrtle Beach. This is the Simpsons Theater. They have a 4D show here, but also more importantly, the Quickie Mart. And this is just their gift shop, so you can go in without having to buy a ticket to their show. Of course, if you're a big fan, you'll want to see the show as well, but you can definitely pop into the Quickie Mart and check out all the memorabilia that they have. And it's themed really well. It really is themed like a convenience store, basically. It's really cute theming. Let us know in the comments when your next trip to Myrtle Beach is, and will you be visiting Broadway at the beach when you come on your next trip? And if you're wondering where all the people are, it is January, that's part of it, but this is still open. Everything here is open. We get that question a lot. The only thing that sometimes closes for periods is the rides, but everything else, well, and like I said, that show, but most of the other things, so all the stores, the restaurants, that kind of stuff, they stay open year round here. We get that question a lot, like what's open in the off season? They're open year-round here at Broadway at the beach. Also a fairly recent addition, it did come in last year, is Popland. Popland has everything Funko Pop, so if you are a fan of Funko Pop, this is definitely a place you're going to want to check out. It's really cool. If you're into cookies, definitely check out Bird's Famous Cookies. They also opened last year, so they're fairly new, and it always smells so good to walk into that store. And also fairly new is the Social Coffee Shop. There used to be a Starbucks there, but now it is the Social Coffee Shop. They've been there for a little while, and I really like the new layout they have inside. And then this is one of the world's great mysteries still. This used to be the Liberty Tavern, and it has been this way for a long time. I mean, a long time. I'm talking pre-2020. It was that way before 2020 hit. And we're still curious what they're going to put there because that's been vacant for quite a while now. Also fairly new is the Southern Candle Studio. You can leave us a comment below if you know otherwise, but I believe that's a fairly new shop. It hasn't been here too long. And same with the Stone Age Natural Rocks and Crystals. But we wanted to also point out that the Grumpy Monk, which we really enjoy, by the way, and we do have a video on it. We definitely recommend the Grumpy Monk. They are doing renovations. By the time you get here, unless you're coming today, they will be back open again, most likely. But when you do come back, they will be renovated. So that's exciting. That's something new. And also new is the changing of the pavers up here. So they're going from this plain concrete, and they've been working their way around the entire facility slowly. They are redoing that with the pavers. So it looks really nice. You've either got brickwork, some type of paver, looks really good. And then of course down here we have the beautiful Ferris wheel. And so like I mentioned, by the time you visit, these may all be open. Definitely check with Broadway at the beach and make sure they're open, because during the off season, and I'm talking January, maybe February, they either have reduced hours or they run the rides a lot less. And there's this section of rides, but there's also Pavilion Central. And also stay tuned on our channel. Within the next couple of months, we are going to have a full walking tour of Broadway at the beach. We do have one already on our channel where we show every single thing at Broadway. If you're not familiar, Broadway is over a mile in total length. And so we can't film the whole thing every time. The video would be too long. But we do have a video that's a complete tour, and we will have a new updated one for 2023 in the next couple of months. So definitely stay tuned for that. And you can't come here without taking in this beautiful view. So all the way across there you can see the Margaritaville Lighthouse, and right behind that is Top Golf, which is right across the street from Broadway at the Beach. So if you're into golfing, that is definitely something you're going to want to check out. Very conveniently located to Broadway. I mean, you could walk if you want to. We are now over to Extreme Pizza, and we want to mention they are also doing renovations. So it's a popular time of the year to do renovations, so they will have updates for you the next time you visit. Also new are these pavers and brickwork on this side, just like we showed you that they're working on the other side. I will give you a little tip. Some of these pavers are slippery when wet, and they've been power washing this morning. They do an excellent job keeping Broadway beautiful. They clean. We come here a lot in the early morning, and there's always people out working and cleaning. And they also did this beautiful brickwork here around the fountain that is in front of Ron John's surf shop. Oh yeah, and Brian just mentioned they've added these tables and chairs all the way around the fountain here. So that's a really nice place to sit out and eat or enjoy some ice cream, because there's all kinds of shops here where you can get treats or pretzels or whatever you'd like to snack on. So it's nice that they've added those tables. And then here's some outside tables here at Kilwin's as well. But yeah, if you'd rather sit by the fountain, there's definitely some seating over there, but lots of treats in this area. As I mentioned, you've got the popcorn, all kinds of good stuff. New last year is this ice cream candy. It's a very similar shop to the Sugar Shop, if you're familiar with that one. But they do have ice cream, they do have candy, and they have some fun retro candy. It's definitely a cool place to check out. Worth an honorable mention is this Avenue District here. So you've got Hard Rock, like I said, still got some Christmas up here at Broadway. You got this nice fountain. And you've got a lot of different eateries and bars, and down at the very end you've got Dave and Buster's. And so this area has not changed particularly. There are a couple of places that are newer. The Wonders Theater is a little newer, as well as Bar Louie, but again, these aren't super new. They're just within the last couple of years. And right around the corner to the left at the end, the Comedy Club did permanently shut down a couple of years ago. So if you're looking for that, that's gone. Around the corner to the right, there is Melt. And I just want to mention it because it's fairly new, again, in the last 2 to 3 years. But the reason I wanted to mention them is they were voted by locals in one of the local news outlets. They were voted by locals as the best eatery at Broadway at the Beach. So people are always asking me, where do locals want to go? And my response is, Brian and I don't eat out a lot, so we're not the greatest people to ask that question. But the public has spoken, and they have said Broadway at the Beach, Melt is the place to go. And we have not eaten there, so that's not our personal recommendation, but I mean, that's pretty high praise. Here is another mystery. Actually, there's a couple right here. We've got what used to be the Key West Grill and Johnny Rockets, and both of those have been closed a very long time, and we still don't know what's coming. I hope we get something this year, but I haven't heard any announcements. So again, we'll keep you posted and let you know. And this is always a treat. Sorry for waking you up, buddy. Got a little Broadway cat here. Usually see them earlier in the morning. Once it gets busy, they go wherever they go for the day. Also fairly new, this is a jewelry, apparel, and anime shop. They've got a little bit of everything. It's called Jester's Anime, and this opened last year, so that's a fairly new place to visit. It's right across from the playground if you're trying to get a location for it. Up ahead we've got Ripley's, and we've got some exciting news about that, and we've got even more exciting news in that direction, so definitely stick around for that. We've got some brand new stuff coming in that direction. This is one of Brian and I's favorite attractions. We highly recommend the Ripley's Aquarium. We actually love it so much we have an annual pass here. It's great. And we want to mention huge news coming from Ripley's. They have not made an official announcement, so of course this could change, but they have a big sign inside. I will try to put that sign up right now that says they have something coming in 2023 in the spring, and there's a sloth on the picture, and it says it's coming together slowly. So we will definitely keep you posted on that, but if they are going to add a sloth exhibit, that is super exciting because I love sloths. I actually got to hold sloth one time in Rotan, and it was a wonderful experience, so definitely excited to see that coming. This is kind of interesting. They are taking down the Broadway Christmas tree. It's interesting to see what it looks like on the inside, and they've already taken quite a few of the junction boxes down, but there were even more of those when we went by earlier, so it's kind of one of those behind the scenes moments. Kind of cool to see what it looks like. Got a little Broadway cat again. He's hiding. He's a little more skittish. So I'm going to talk about this section over here. This is the newest section at Broadway at the beach. Most of it just opened last year, and well, I think all of it opened last year. And Hangout itself might have opened late in the previous year. So you've got the classic carousel here, and that is still left over from the pavilion for those of you who remember the pavilion. And then this store will be filled with something else. It was supposed to be the Hammock Company, but I'm not even sure they ever opened. They had their signs up. We never saw them open, even when we were here during normal business hours, never saw them open. So not sure they ever actually opened, but I'm sure they'll be getting someone else in there. So these are all called the Key West shops. So we've got the flip-flop shop, and if you're interested in what's inside these shops, we have a detailed video on our channel, so you can go look that up, where we actually go inside. It's titled the Key West shops. It's where we go in all the shops. But where that gentleman is standing, there's exciting news. There is, right behind him, so I'm not going to go over there and bother him, there is a permit, and it says that is going to be a Starbucks. So that is pretty exciting stuff. That we're finally going to get a Starbucks back here. Are you a Starbucks fan? Let us know in the comments. And if you are enjoying this video, give it a like. We really appreciate that. And then we've got Insomnia cookies, and their cookies smell divine. And of course, a guest services and a new bathroom over here, which is nice. And then the other big new thing over here is the Hangout. So the Hangout is a huge complex. It's not just a restaurant. They have multiple bars. They do have the restaurant, of course. They have a huge gift shop. They even have a slide from their second level to their first level that adults can use, which is fun. And again, we have a detailed video of this from when they first opened. So if you want to go look at that, you can look on our channel, and I'll try to remember to link all these videos I mentioned in the description below so you can check those out. But then, of course, they have this huge amphitheater. So during the warm weather, they have shows out here, live music usually in the evenings. And you've got this great view out here as well. We've got this guy, and they've got the AstroTurf here, so it's nice and clean. And then right around here, I wanted to show you, they have an upstairs bar. Inside, they have a massive downstairs bar. And then they have all this outdoor eating as well. So really great places to sit, shade in the summer, sun when it's not so hot. And you got the great iconic Hangout symbol there. Over here is more big news, at least I think. So this is Carmen and Brian's speculation, so we'll see if it actually comes true. But they have removed the swings that were part of this art installation. So some of the art is still here, but they have taken the swings out, and they've also officially announced, this was official, that they are gonna add 4 more Key West shops over here besides the ones that are already built. And so we are speculating that this section right over here is where those 4 new shops are going to be put. I mean, it makes sense. It's a nice big piece of land that they could do that. So definitely makes sense. And just like I mentioned, they are power washing. As we continue the Key West shops, though, they have this really adorable photo op over here. So if you'd like to get your picture made, this is definitely a really cute place to do it. Another new shop is Pura Vida. That's one of the other Key West shops that I mentioned. And so that is brand new as well. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.